Dick out here for the ISO on the Gonzaga Nation Media Network. It's game day for Gonzaga at Pepperdine against the Waves. We have special guest, a return guest, associate head coach of Pepperdine, Ken Bone. Coach, thanks for joining.
You bet, Dan.
Well, let's just jump right to it. The conference season is winding down. You guys host Gonzaga tonight. You're catching them after maybe their most complete performance in league play. They had 68 points in the first half. When you sit there and prepare a game plan against Gonzaga after a game like that, what goes through your head as far as getting ready?
Like during the day or in the middle of the night, or what time of day are you talking? Man, what they did the other night against LMU, who's a good team. I mean, they showed it when they went to Spokane. They're a good basketball team. And yet Gonzaga's, first of all, their approach to the game, I thought was really impressive. And you could tell it was all business from the opening tip. And then to be up 68-28, it just puts some things in your mind, because last time they scored 111 on us. And at the end of that game, they had 108. So they can obviously really, really score it. I think what's impressive is the fact that they're getting better and better defensively when they really want to sit down and guard. And they showed that the other night. To me, they're a scary team, and that the pieces seem to be there. When I say seem to be there, obviously top 15 or 20, but I guess I'm a little biased. I think highly of that program, and I think they've got the capability to get to at least a Sweet 16 the way they've been looking recently.
Yeah, that defensive effort, I thought, was the thing that stood out most to me. Yeah, they scored it like crazy, but they've had those type of moments this season. For you guys are starting to finally put some things together. You're healthy. You've had multiple good performances by different players. Javon Porter's had a couple of really good games. Houston Millette, Mike Mitchell Jr., and Maxwell Lewis. Even though at times he's inconsistent, he's pretty darn talented. Tell us a little bit about the growth of your roster over the last couple of weeks of the season in the WCC play.
Well, I do think it's grown, and good and bad. I think it's grown because teams are doing a really good job on Max, and they're taking some things away from him. He's been well scouted. Now we're going through and playing teams for the second time. But along with that, some other guys have picked it up a little bit, like Javon Porter, and Houston and Mike are dangerous on any given night. So I think because teams have really gotten into Max, it's opened the door for some of these other guys to step their game up a little bit. And at times they've really produced. But Max is our key guy on the offensive end. I mean, we recognize his abilities, and we want to put the ball in his hands. He needs to make good decisions too, though. When teams are crowding him, he needs to make good decisions.
The Gonzaga at LMU was a tremendous atmosphere on Thursday night. Pepperdine in years past has been a tremendous atmosphere. What are you guys expecting crowd-wise for Gonzaga coming into Firestone Fieldhouse today? Will it be a packed house, and will it be a good crowd?
I think it'll be a really good crowd. I'm not sure it'll be packed. Unfortunately, we have not had that good of season, and so therefore we have not drawn a lot of fans at our home games. But I mean, it's Gonzaga, and I think a lot of students are aware that they're here. They want to see them play, and so I'm sure we'll get a really good crowd. It might be packed, but it'll be a good crowd.